Have you ever given your all in a relationship, only to feel ignored or forgotten? Have you loved so deeply that you almost forgot who you really are? These are painful truths many experience, but few dare to admit. It's not your fault. The problem is that you're loving the wrong way. Loving isn't about losing yourself. Loving smart means maintaining your worth, your dignity, and making them regret losing you. When you change how you love, the game changes. The truth is, those who lost you won't realize what happened until it's too late. Many confuse love with blind sacrifice. They give themselves away, lose themselves, and expect recognition. But what do they get in return? Indifference, disrespect, absence. Loving smart is different. It's setting clear boundaries, valuing your time, your energy, your heart. It's not selfishness, it's self-love. It's knowing that to be loved, you first need to love yourself. To be respected, you first need to respect yourself. And when you start loving this way, something powerful happens. You become magnetic. You don't beg for attention or affection. You create space for the right people to come, because value isn't given, it's felt. And when someone realizes they lost something valuable, regret is inevitable. But we don't want you to love just to make others regret. We want you to love to be whole, to respect yourself, to be happy, to be free. Love smart is courage. It's choosing yourself first without being selfish. It's knowing your emotional health is worth more than any toxic relationship. Yes, it can feel lonely at first. When you change, some people will distance themselves. They can't handle the new version of you. But that distance isn't loss, it's cleansing. It opens space for those who truly value you. Even if loneliness scares you now, know it's temporary and prepares the way for truer, healthier, happier connections. Think how many times you accepted less just to avoid being alone. How many times you silenced yourself to keep peace. How many times you sacrificed your calm to pretend everything's fine. Loving smart means no more of that. It means learning to say enough, setting firm boundaries, demanding respect. When you do this, your energy changes. You become more magnetic, authentic, and true. The love that comes to you then is elevating. It respects your essence. It's worth it. So don't fear loving smart. Don't fear prioritizing yourself. Don't fear being who you are. Because when you love this way, you don't just transform your relationships, you transform your life. You've probably been told to love fully, to give all of yourself, to sacrifice for others. But what if true love isn't about losing yourself in someone else? It's about loving smart, with awareness, boundaries, and self-respect. When you love smart, you don't just give love or command respect. You show value, not only by your presence, but by your absence. You become someone impossible to forget. Many mistake love for self-sacrifice and end up drained, unseen, and taken for granted. But when you love smart, you guard your energy and set clear limits. You protect your peace, your time, your heart. And here's the secret. When you stop chasing and start loving smart, others start noticing what they've lost. They begin to regret, not because you made them suffer, but because you made yourself valuable. It's a subtle but powerful shift. Instead of being desperate for attention, you become magnetic through your confidence. Instead of begging for love, you create space for the right people to come. That's the kind of love that transforms relationships and, most importantly, transforms you. When you start loving smart, you realize not all attention is genuine. Not all sweet words carry truth. Not every gesture is true love. This realization, though painful, is freeing. You stop seeking approval where none exists. Stop trying to please those who don't value you. Stop accepting emotional scraps as if they were a feast. Loving smart means recognizing your worth before expecting others to. It means knowing your time, energy, and affection are precious and shouldn't be wasted. It means choosing to be with people who uplift, respect, and inspire you. And when you do, you naturally create a powerful filter. Not everyone passes through. Not everyone deserves to be by your side. And that's okay. You don't have to please everyone. You don't have to be loved by everyone. You need to be loved by the right ones. Because loving smart means loving without losing your essence. It means loving to grow, not to shrink. And that changes everything. It changes how you see yourself. It changes how you relate. It changes the quality of your connections. Instead of fearing loss, you understand some losses are necessary, that the end of certain relationships opens the way for new connections aligned with who you truly are. You learn to value the silence that fills those spaces, because silence often speaks louder than empty words. It's in that silence you find your strength, your peace, your authenticity, and that authenticity makes you shine. When you shine, those in your life can choose to stay or leave. And when someone chooses to leave, it's not because you failed, it's because that path wasn't meant for both of you. And loving smart becomes an act of self-love, an act of courage, an act of freedom. You stop being a prisoner of the fear of loneliness. You become the master of your happiness. And when you love this way, you teach the world how to love you. You show that love isn't pain or blind. Sacrifice. Love is respect. Love is partnership. Love is mutual growth. And this message, when lived, transforms not only you but everyone around you. So, if you're tired of suffering for love, tired of giving too much and receiving too little, know that it's possible to love differently. Love smart. Love to be whole. Love to be happy. Love to be free. And this choice starts now. If you're beginning to see patterns in your relationships and want to truly transform how you love and value yourself, the Jung Method can guide you. It's a simple, powerful system to help you understand your emotions and unlock your true potential. The link is pinned in the first comment. When you start loving smart, you begin to see beyond the surface. The sweet words that once sounded sincere, the promises that seemed eternal, all start revealing their true meaning or the absence of it. This clarity, though painful, is liberating. You stop feeding illusions and begin valuing reality. Breaking free from old patterns is never easy. Accepting that some relationships no longer serve your growth demands courage. The loneliness you once feared transforms into a powerful ally. It forces you to look inward, find your strength, and rebuild your self-love. In the quiet solitude, you discover your true essence. You learn to respect yourself and set boundaries that guard your heart. These boundaries aren't walls, they are sacred spaces where real love can flourish. By establishing these limits, you attract people who genuinely deserve to be in your life. People who see your worth, respect your journey, and walk beside you with authenticity and care. Smart love isn't about control or manipulation. It's about being true to yourself and inspiring others to do the same. It's a love that transforms, uplifts, and heals. When someone leaves because they can't keep up with your transformation, you don't hold resentment. Instead, you feel gratitude for the space and energy freed up for genuine connections. This journey requires patience and bravery, for loving smart is an ongoing act of self-discovery. It means learning from pain, growing through loss, and celebrating inner victories. You're no longer bound by fear of rejection or abandonment. You are free to choose who deserves your presence and love. This freedom is the greatest gift you can give yourself. So, continue to love smart, cherish your peace, protect your heart, and remember, true love begins within you. Every day, countless people fall into the trap of loving recklessly. They give too much, expect too much, and ultimately lose themselves in the process. This is the silent epidemic of modern relationships. Love without boundaries that leads to heartbreak and confusion. But imagine what it would be like to rewrite this story, to take back control over your emotional life and become the author of your love story. This is exactly what loving smart enables you to do. Loving smart means understanding the difference between passion and obsession, between giving and sacrificing. It means prioritizing your emotional health above fleeting desires or societal pressures. Consider the metaphor of a lighthouse. Your heart is the light that guides ships to safety. If the light is dim or erratic, ships will crash or stray off course, but a steady, bright light offers hope, direction, and protection. Loving smart turns your heart into that lighthouse, consistent, strong, and clear. It signals to others who you truly are and what you deserve. The first step to loving smart is self-awareness. You must recognize patterns that no longer serve you. Patterns where you give more than you receive, where your needs are dismissed, and where your voice is silenced. It's about realizing that love is not a battle to win but a garden to tend. You don't fight for love, you nurture it, carefully and intentionally. When you develop this awareness, you begin to identify red flags early, those subtle signs that signal toxicity or imbalance. You learn to trust your intuition, to listen to your inner voice that whispers warnings before the heart breaks. Many stay too long in unhealthy relationships because they confuse comfort with love or fear being alone. But loving smart teaches you to embrace solitude as a time for healing and growth. You start to see solitude not as loneliness, but as sacred space, a place to reconnect with your soul and realign your priorities. In this space, you heal old wounds and prepare yourself to receive love that's worthy of you. One of the most powerful lessons of loving smart is learning to say no. Saying no to what drains you, no to disrespect, no to emotional neglect. This is not rejection of love, but affirmation of self-worth. When you say no, you create boundaries that protect your energy, boundaries that keep your heart safe from harm, and paradoxically, these boundaries make you more open to love, because love cannot thrive in chaos. It needs order, respect, and safety. Loving smart means understanding this balance and living it daily. You stop wasting time on relationships that don't nourish you. You stop chasing people who aren't ready to value you. Instead, you focus on cultivating relationships that bring joy, growth, and peace. You become selective, not out of fear or arrogance, but out of wisdom. You recognize that your love is precious and must be given where it's truly appreciated. As you continue on this journey, you develop resilience. You become less dependent on external validation and more connected to your inner strength. You learn to love yourself fiercely, to forgive your past mistakes, and to embrace your imperfections. This self-love is the foundation upon which all healthy relationships are built. It empowers you to attract partners who mirror your values and aspirations, partners who uplift rather than drain, who challenge you to grow instead of diminish you. Loving smart also means embracing vulnerability, the courage to show your true self without fear. It means sharing your dreams, fears, and desires openly, trusting that the right people will cherish your authenticity. Of course, loving smart doesn't mean expecting perfection, yours or others. It means accepting human flaws while maintaining your standards. It means balancing compassion with boundaries. It means knowing when to hold on and when to let go. This delicate dance is the art of smart love, and mastering it is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. So, if you find yourself tired of heartbreak, exhaustion, or feeling unseen, know that there is a better way, a way to love that honors your worth, protects your heart, and opens you to true connection. A way to love smart.